Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Day of the Rib 2.0. This was an idea. This is something I actually did about 10 years ago, where I posted a series of videos demonstrating my technique for cooking ribs. And I figured it was time for an update. 10 years is a long time. I want to make sure to, right off the bat, I want to tell everybody there is no right or wrong way to do ribs. Everybody does ribs their own, has their own different cooking methods, has their own, procedure, for lack of a better word, for how they do it. But I'm just going to show everybody how I do it, because I like to think that after all this time, this is something that's, this cooking has become a passion of mine, and cooking ribs is one of my favorite things to do. It's an all-day process, but it's a labor of love because the finished product, more often than not, makes it all worth it. So let me kind of give you an idea of the different accoutrements, so to speak, that we are working with here. We have our Kingsford charcoal. See that? This is my main grill. There's the ribs, by the way, with a firebox attached on the side. And then later on, this is my electric smoker. This will come into play a little bit later on in the cooking process. This is our hickory wood that we will be using to give you that nice smoke ring, that nice pink ring that you look for in good barbecue. Now these ribs, this is 3 racks of baby back ribs, and the reason that I've cut them in half, as you can see, the electric smoker is not very wide, and eventually later on in the process we are going to need to put the ribs in here for a 2-hour period, and the width is just for a normal slab of ribs, it's better to just cut them in half. That way they fit nicely in there. So 1 second here. Okay, had a little bit of an interruption there, and I totally lost my freaking train of thought, so I don't know where I'm at and where I left off. One of the other things I use is, you'll see this purple squirt bottle. This contains apple cider vinegar, and what we're going to do every 30 minutes, we're going to spray that on the ribs. It kind of breaks the meat down a little bit, and eventually you're going to have that nice fall off the bone texture. So what we're going to do now, we're going to start the actual process. Eventually the charcoal and the wood are going to be going in here into the firebox, and I prefer to use to not use lighter fluid to start my charcoal. So what I've got are these chimneys here, and what you do is you stuff the bottom with newspaper and you fill the charcoal up, and then you light the newspaper. A little bit windy today. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that these light completely. And when they do, you will see smoke billowing off the top. This one's going pretty good now. This one's being a little bit stubborn here. Alright, this one wants to be a freaking pain in the ass today. There we go. Hope you can see that. That's the way it's supposed to look. Okay. So enough of that. I am going to sign off now, and when we come back, we will actually have the fire going on the grill, and we will advance to the next step in the process. So we will see you for the next video.